A stranger looks at you for 7 seconds and decides something about you. Not your name, not your job, not your story. Something deeper. Whether you will resist, whether you will apologize when they cross a line, whether your no is real or just a word you say before giving in. Because the most dangerous people don't always search for weakness. They search for patterns. And you broadcast yours before you ever speak. Most people imagine manipulation starts with a lie, a fake story, a hidden agenda. But skilled manipulators rarely begin by attacking. They begin by observing. They watch how you react, how quickly you trust, how much discomfort you tolerate, how badly you want to be liked. The scary part, they're not looking for a perfect victim. They're looking for a predictable response, a tiny signal, a small opening, a moment where you choose their comfort over your own. And once they find it, they know where to push. So the real question is not, how do I recognize a manipulator? The real question is, what are they learning about you before you realize you're being studied? The human mind has hidden patterns. Subscribe to the channel. Stay aware. In the 1980s, researchers studied how certain violent offenders perceived potential victims. One famous line of research involved showing offenders short videos of strangers simply walking. No conversations, no personality, no background, just movement. The surprising part, some offenders consistently identified certain people as easier targets. Researchers found it wasn't about physical strength. It wasn't simply age. It wasn't appearance. It was subtle behavior. Things like posture, awareness, confidence, the way someone occupied space. The person watching often couldn't explain what they noticed, but they noticed. And that reveals something uncomfortable. Humans are constantly reading each other. Before words, before explanations, before trust. Your body is already communicating. The first thing a manipulator tests is not your kindness, it's your boundary. They rarely start with a huge violation. That would be obvious. They start small. A joke that goes a little too far. A personal question too early. A favor that feels slightly uncomfortable. Then they watch. Do you laugh? Do you explain yourself? Do you pretend it's fine? Because that reaction is information. A boundary that gets ignored once becomes a boundary that can be negotiated. The second thing they search for is your hunger. Not hunger for food, hunger for something emotional. To be chosen, to be admired, to finally feel understood. A skilled manipulator listens carefully. They find the missing piece, then they become it. Need validation? They become your biggest supporter. Need connection? They become impossible to lose. Need someone who gets you? They suddenly understand everything. It feels like fate, but sometimes it is just observation. The third thing they use is confusion. Healthy relationships feel clear. Manipulative ones often feel like a puzzle. Warm one day, cold the next. Praise, then criticism. Distance, then affection. Your brain starts chasing the relief of the good version, not the person, the relief. And here is the uncomfortable twist. Sometimes the target was not chosen because they were weak. They were chosen because they were trained. Somewhere along the way, they learned, keep people happy, avoid conflict, don't disappoint anyone, be easy to love. And a manipulator recognizes that pattern. They don't create the door. They noticed it's already open. Now think about your own life. Have you ever said yes while everything inside you was saying no? Have you ever explained your boundary for 10 minutes instead of simply having one? Have you ever worried more about someone being upset with you than about what they were doing to you? That moment matters because manipulators are not only watching what you give, they are watching what you tolerate. Your reactions teach people how to treat you.
And the hardest boundary to rebuild is the one you were taught you didn't deserve. The next time someone tests a small boundary, notice what happens. Not just what they do, what you do. Do you shrink? Do you rush to make them comfortable? Do you abandon yourself before they even ask? Because maybe the most important person you need to understand is not the person trying to control you. Maybe it's the version of you that learned control was the price of being accepted. And that leaves one question open. Who taught you, long before any manipulator appeared, that your comfort was negotiable?